different presenters. One's Black Status, and I can't remember the other one. It might have been purple or it could have been black. But anyway, they know what they're doing. They've done it, and some of them more recent than others, and some of them they're Aussie presenters. One is a German girl that lives in Australia, so she's only been around while Unique has been in the Australian market. So that's, yeah, so a few years newer than some that have been in since the beginning. So she started with, her topic was, no, this is the other one that I don't know. I'll find that out later, what she is. But anyway, how to have a rocking party. So, of course, everyone jumped on for that one. And some of her key points were these, that parties need to be duplicable because you could be sponsoring people that have got no chance of going and doing in-home parties and so on. So things like in-home parties can be an add-on, but mostly online so that you can do everything from your phone, because that's pretty much a resource everybody has and is able to do. And that once you master online, you'll be able to sponsor more easily and then teach the same things down the line to your team. So her definition of a rocking party is that it does not have to qualify. And I think for myself that sometimes it's like there was no sales, or you're so worried about the sales side of it that you think, I can't do this. So she was really adamant that it does not have to qualify. A rocking party is one that you put your heart and soul into, that you are there the whole way through it and you're giving your absolute best. And she says, don't present tin soup in a microwave. Make it with love. Make an awesome pot of soup, okay? So she says that company graphics are tin soup in a microwave. So make your own, personalize them, make them fun, give value. Find out what the girls, the guests, like before the party, because if you've got vegetarians in there, you don't want to be serving them chicken soup. So some questions and answers of, you know, to find out, are they sporty girls or are they glam girls who go out on the weekend, because you don't want to be presenting a bunch of sporty hockey team girls with awesome, amazing nightclubbing makeup if that's what they're totally not interested in. So some interaction to find out. The hostess might be able to help you with that, but also in the lead up to the actual party dates, some this or that questions just to get an idea of, you know, where people are coming from. So know who your vegetarians are so that you can give yourself the best chance. Don't serve everyone chicken soup if they're vegetarians.
I love that.
Yeah, good, huh?
That's
and they're making the soup with love. Like you're chopping, you're blending, you're doing everything, you're tasting it as you go, you're making adjustments. So
I love that.
And she says there's so many ways to run a party. Pick one and be consistent and see what works for you. If you've only done 3 parties or 7 parties or 15 parties, you still don't have an idea of what's really going to work. Do 20, 30, do 100, do 10 parties a month, every month, month on month. Run them at the same time, because there's not a heap of extra work. The extra work is mostly in your messenger. Tweak as you go, but see what actually works for you. There's heaps of trainings out there of different types of parties, but do a lot of them so that you can figure out what is actually going to work with you. So what is the purpose of a party? Number one, it's to build a network. It's to build a loyal, happy customer base, a sea of customers that order for themselves and that want a repeat order. Okay, that's your main purpose of your party. And then obviously to sponsor and build your team from there. So overall online, so not just in your parties, but in your Facebook profile and in your messaging and so on, give the best of yourself. Work the Facebook algorithms. So that's making sure that you're posting on your personal page, chatting with people in Messenger, and going to other people's personal pages and commenting and interacting with them there. So interact online intentionally and seek out new people and make new friendships. Talk and connect. I'm just flipping here. Always give value, be cheerful, be positive, be thankful, be encouraging, educate. Hints and tips are what will keep people coming back. No need to actually mention unique. Having the word unique there isn't going to help you. You want to portray yourself as the go-to beauty girl. You know, when someone wants to know, hey, have you tried this product, that they'll come to you, even if it's not a unique one. And you go and find out and get back to them and ask them to let you know how they got on. So yeah, beauty tips and tricks. Bye, Melinda. Sorry. She suggests going big with your business. So if you've tried XYZ 3 times, just keep on going. 3 people don't like chicken soup, but 20 might.
Mm-hmm.
Again, she emphasised do multiple parties at the same time. It's not much more effort. Do the training, write it down, and implement it immediately. If it's a nice idea but you don't get back to it for 2, 3, 4 weeks, you're going to lose it. It's not going to happen.
Who was the trainer? Do you know?
Let me grab my phone and I'll find out. Yeah. Mel. Hang on, where's my ANZ link?
I like to follow, like, see if they have a page like that.
And
you
she has a mock party that she said we can go in as well. I'm pretty sure that was her. Where are we?
And that quote that you just gave, I heard that at convention. That's the other reason that.
I wonder if it is her.
I was like, I wonder if I listened to her speak.
Miriam Hunter.
Nope.
Mimi Hunter. Nope.
But that exact quote, they must be on a team together or something, because it was an Australian. I heard that exact quote.
And then the other one is Melanie Herner.
Okay.
And she's a German Aussie. Or an Aussie German. A German Aussie. All right. This one was big for me. She said to get organised and get your videos made. Set aside a day or 2 and get the videos and graphics made. Like, just get it done and have them sitting there ready to go. She's got I think she said it was 11 or 12 minutes video just explaining all our lip products. So not showing them off so much but talking about, this is the exfoliator, this is the hottie, this is this type of lipstick, that type of lipstick, that if you want something that's really long lasting, go with your splashes, your difference between the lip glosses and all that sort of stuff. And she puts that in every party. It's just really is just information, that one. But most of her videos she keeps really short. And people are more likely to share your really short ones. And I have no idea how to edit videos, so that's now really high on my to-do list, is to figure out how to do videos and then where to store them. So I don't know, because I think on Facebook you can only share something if it's been on your personal page or on your business page. Is that right?
That is correct. It has to be from your personal or your business.
Yes.
One of the things that Haley has talked about in the past, Haley Ragsdale, is that you should be posting your videos to your business page, because then you share the link from your business page over. And then it auto plays for one, which I think is really neat. It auto plays in there. And 2, it also increases the numbers of views that video is getting all the time.
Because it's the one video that you just keep resharing into each. Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, I don't have a business page anymore, so.
No, I don't. I've never had one. I've always gone, will I or won't I? Mm-hmm. But then if I'm saving it on YouTube and sharing from there, then their suggested list is going to be other stuff and other people, not me.
Yeah.
So that's not necessarily a good idea either.
Yep.
So does that mean it's better, I should have a business page, and even if the only thing I do with it is to have those videos?
Maybe.
There.
That's been my struggle with that business page has been, I feel sometimes like it's another place to put content, and it's more that I need to keep up with. And I already am trying to, and I like to put different content everywhere. So I don't like to copy a post from my personal page into my VIP group. And so if I also have a business page, I'm going to feel like I need 3 different posts, and I'm working on trying to increase my interaction in my VIP. I haven't done a great job this last week, but that's my number 1 goal right now, is to increase my interaction in there. And I've been doing some trainings about that, and they say you should be posting in there multiple times a day. And I have not been really good at that. And so I feel like with a business page, that's just one more place I need to keep up with these things from.
So I could almost set up a business page like a business card, like put the videos on there once I've got them made, but then have the post at the top just being, I'm not here, I don't use my business page that often. Follow me here at my personal page or join my group, so that people aren't expecting to see stuff, but it's still somewhere to file the videos.
I wonder if it would work if we took on our personal page, if we made a album of videos. And then we would be able to go to that album to share immediately from that album into our parties and stuff.
That might work. I was thinking, like, I know personally, whenever I made a business page and I was trying to invite people to like the business page, people were getting very confused. It's kind of my fault anyway, because I named it like the same as my VIP group. But people were like, hey, I already liked your group. So definitely don't do that, because they were like, I'm already in your group. Why are you inviting me again? Did you make a new group? It was a huge chaotic mess. I'm like, oh, so don't do that.
My problem with the business page was that I linked it to my VIP group to make it easy for people to get to both of them. But what ended up happening was that all of my posts were posting as if I, the business person, was inviting them, or
not you personally,
not me personally. And because it wasn't me personally, not as many people were seeing the post. And that's actually where my interaction in my VIP group plummeted. I mean, it absolutely plummeted when I did that. And it took me a good 6 months to finally get my business page back off of there, because no matter what I did, Facebook just kept putting it back and back and back.
Wow.
Yeah, it took forever. And
so don't ever link it.
Don't ever link it. Don't link it.
Good. Okie doke. So, in her party, she does a live beauty class for, well, she says 2 hours. 2 hours, I reckon, is pretty full on. I think I'd prefer to advertise it as a 90-minute than 2 hours. But that's the party. So she's got her event or her group, and she builds up to it, just keeps talking multiple times a day of, I'll see you there on this night at this time. And she runs it as a beauty class. It's just all hints and tips and how to do things. There's no prices and there's no links. It is just the hints and tips so that they feel that they're getting some sort of value, whether it's their own makeup bag or whatever, and build that relationship and connect in with them so that they're trusting you for beauty tips and whatnot. And it's in the messages afterwards. You know, someone will send her a message, how do you use this product, or how can I get my hands on it, or what do I need to do? It just naturally leads there, because people have got their guard down more, because they're just interested in, they're actually engaging with your content rather than here's another ad for a mascara, here's another ad for this, that, and the other. So, yes. So to book parties, now this will overlap kind of with the next one a bit. So going back to your social media personality is to put on your happy pants and be Ms. Positive, be likable, be the person people want to connect with, and be grateful. And then she says, host your own online mystery party once a month. Ideally, especially with the way Younique has started doing your 500 in the first 10 days, is it? So host your own online mystery party one time a month. So ideally at the start of the month. Hype it up 10 days before, so we're just about to head into that period for next month. Okay, so like in Australia, we're on the 18th, you guys are on the 17th still, but we're only a couple of days away from 10 days before the start of the next month. So start hyping it up and start talking about it, that it's going to be a 5-day beauty academy, come and get all the hints and tips. And have a theme, but yes, a foundation, brows, mascara for everybody. So unless you've got girls who are full on into makeup, stick with something that is an everybody sort of thing. And we've been doing brows a lot this month, and we'll continue through to the end of the month. So probably don't do brows at the start of next month. And be ready to go with it, even no matter what the kudos is. So that because we don't find out what that is until the first of the month. You need to be ready anyway.
You know what I like about that idea is that, okay, so if you have your party that you've planned out, right? Say, I say I'm going to do my party on lips, on the new lip powders, right? Like that is my thing. I'm going to do a party all about the lip powders. I talk about it starting 10 days early, right? And then they announce the kudos, and the kudos is something totally different. Then I have that mystery party the first 10 days. And then when that second 10 days starts, by then, hopefully I have my kudos in, whatever it is.
Yes.
And I can focus on that for the next 10 days.
Yes. And also then you can book people into whatever the kudos is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got someone that's interested in stuff from your first one, how about we do one for you right away, and you're feeling fresh and excited and new with the kudos because you've just got your hands on it yourself.
Yeah.
So that can be good timing with that. So to do it as a mystery hostess, you need to be upfront about the rules. And I think this is a compliance thing, because mystery hostess parties, I have a memory that when I was a customer that at some point they disappeared. It was a no-no. But apparently if you're careful with it, you can do it. So you announce at the start of the party that it's a mystery hostess. So you don't talk about that beforehand, by the way. So when you're hyping it up for the 10 days, you're just talking about it being a 5-day beauty academy or whatever it is you're going to run with. But don't talk about it being a mystery hostess beauty academy. Okay, so just keep it focused, because as soon as you say it's mystery hostess, you're talking sales. There's no point, there's no need to have a mystery hostess for a beauty class. So once you've introduced the beauty class that you're doing, then just kind of as an add-on, say, hey ladies, we're going to do this as a mystery hostess, because if there's anything you want, I don't want the rewards, I want one of you guys to have it.
No.
And you announce that, and that the rules are that anyone that purchases qualifies to be entered into the draw, that whoever wins it pays their own postage if that's what you're going to do, and that they need to let you know within 7 days of the party closing of what they would like. And Cheryl and I were talking about how best to do this with the hostess rewards changing and so on. So we might cover over that a bit later. So run your beauty academy, hints and tips, making it fun, engaging with them. At the end of the party, you do the draw and so on. And then anyone who purchased but did not win, you send them a 30-second video message. Sorry you weren't the winner. How about we set up your own beauty workshop and get you some free credits? We could do this or this. And then offer them a couple of themes. What do you think? So if you've just done one on brows, do you want to do mascara and eyeliner, or shall we do complexion? Or do you want to do lip care or skin care? Shoot them a couple of options that they would like to pick from. And then switching back again. So go live on your personal page consistently if it's something you've been avoiding. Ditch the fear and do it anyway. Mindset is more important than anything. So it doesn't matter what your training is or what parties you're going for, just give it everything you've got. If you think you can't, you won't. This was awesome. She said, give value even when the host is not great. You don't know who is watching. She did this party. I'm trying to think, who was it? She did this party and it was like completely dead. Like no interaction from the host or any of the guests or anything. And she gave it her absolute heart and soul the whole way through. And zip, nothing, not a peep. And then a few days later, she gets this message from one of the party guests that had not interacted saying, girl, you just nailed that party. It was awesome. It was amazing. I want to do what you're doing. And that girl took her through, I can't remember what order the statuses go in, but I don't know. Is it orange? I think she was there through green and then orange and all the way up, and they're both black statuses now. So there wasn't even one sale or anything from that party, but she gave it everything she had to the last minute. And, well, that paid off big time. It doesn't mean every party will do that.
People see that. People see when your motivation and your excitement changes. And they might be ready to place an order sometimes, or they might be watching and they don't have money, but they liked you so far. And then you get to day 7 and you're like, freak, nobody's even interacting. Forget this, I'm done. And you walk away from the party because the hostess isn't even interacting or anything. And that sale goes to somebody else that they find who.
Yes. So yeah, don't get that. Don't drop off. If it's dead and dying, pretend like you've still got 1,000 excited people there.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly like Cheryl said. That's exactly what I was about to say. That's funny. But I personally, if I'm doing a party, I like to even set like alarms or reminders on my phone to remind me when to post, because when you're missing those posts, or when you tell them like, hey, I'm going to do a live video tonight, or I'll be in here tonight posting this, and then you miss it, which, I mean, it happens. Sometimes we miss things or we forget things or whatever, but they notice because they're ready to show up. Even if they're not showing up and commenting or participating, they're in the background watching, that's for sure.
I know in my own head, I'm like, she said she was going to do a video and she hasn't. Where is she? So yeah.
And if they're looking for a business opportunity and they see you being consistent and they see you being upbeat and they see a life that looks like something they want, that's going to entice them. I mean, when people are looking, I mean, I don't know about everybody, but I feel like there's a lot of people, I know I'm one of them, who watches for a long time, teetering on the edge, right? I mean, how many people do we talk to that are like, I'm thinking about it, and it goes like forever before they finally join, and then sometimes it's not with you, right? Like it's with someone else. And one of the things that I think happens, and is I think people join people who look excited without doing a lot of research into who they are, right? And so if you're being if you're being the person you need to be all the time, and you're showing up and you're putting on that happy face and you're making people want to watch you, excited to see you come on, they're going to eventually want to work with you if they're looking to work. And I think that what happens when we see people join other people's teams, I think one of the things that I could say for me anyway happens is that they see someone else being more consistent than me, or they see someone else seeming more excited than me. And so they go and join that person's team, and then they don't get the individual attention. They get kind of shafted, and then they have a bad outlook on Younique, and it has nothing to do with Younique. It has to do with not really joining who they should have joined. But it's my fault they didn't join with me because I wasn't consistent enough.
It's happened to me, and then whenever it doesn't work out wherever, then they come back to me when I'm being consistent, and they're like, oh, I should have joined with you, and I'm like, dang it, this is my fault, like what the heck.
All right, so that was the bulk of her training, and I think one of the big things I got out of that is being organized and having your videos and everything ready to go. And also the follow-up, because you're getting your bookings from that idea of doing your mystery hostess and then contacting everybody else afterwards. So that's, so making sure you follow up and offer the party to anyone else that has purchased.
So with the mystery hostess party, does she do that in her VIP group, or does she create like an event?
She does it in her VIP group.
Okay.
And which means people are seeing it even if they weren't intending on attending. Exactly. And again, you'll have a bunch of people that just sit and do nothing. And obviously it takes a while to grow your VIP group, but you're doing that through your personal page and connecting with your friends and so on from there. Absolutely. So, and people can be more likely to purchase if they've got an idea that they might be in it, the hostess rewards to win it. So I may as well purchase now, because then I've got a chance of winning the hostess rewards, versus them thinking that I'm just collecting the hostess rewards.
Yeah, she's not on here tonight. I thought she might hop on, but she's not. Stacy, my girl Stacy, she's an old friend of mine, and she was in a party. She was in my very last mystery hostess party. She earned a lot. I gave everything away in one person won everything, and she got like 3 or 4 half offs and close to $100 in white cash. And she was answering in my VIP group questions about products to people in like a very informed way. Like, whereas me, I'm like so casual. I'm just like, oh yeah, I love that. Da, 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 da. That color is whatever. She's like, and it moisturizes because it contains da, 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 da. And I was like, hey ladies, meet my newest presenter, or my next presenter, Stacy. And And then I was like, oh shoot, that might have come off like wrong. Like I meant it to be lighthearted and like, I'm going to get her on my team. And I sent her a message and I was like, hey, I hope that didn't bother you that I said that. And she's like, no, I actually have been thinking about it. And I was like, oh. And she said, well, with all the product that I'm going to get by the time I use up all my rewards, I'm going to have everything. It'll be so easy for me to tell people about it.
There you go.
It was from a mystery hostess, so I think that's a fantastic idea.
Awesome. Alrighty, so the next training we did was, it was parties number 2. And so she said that she was going to tell us how to find our party hosts and how to train our party hosts. And although we're using the word party here, she says avoid using the word party when you're talking to customers and guests and so on, because people don't want a party. They immediately interpret it as a selling event. So word it differently. People these days are more interested in what they're going to get out of it themselves than what they're going to help their friend get or whatever else. So keep it about fun and knowledge and socializing. Talk to people about learning how to have a flawless complexion or great brows or smooth lips or whatever in a private group. You do need to ask. They will not come to you. It's like next to never that someone says, hey, can I have a party? So you do have to be chatting and messaging and making it appealing the whole way. Ask over and over, different wording. Just keep going back, because if you were to have a friend over and you were chatting and you offered them a drink, well, that doesn't, and they say no, you're not going to then go, well, I'm never offering you another drink. Just we might wait an hour or two and maybe you'll be thirsty now, and if you didn't want water the first time, maybe you'd like a coffee now or whatever. So going back, give 100% consistently, even when you've got no results yet. So one of her ways of chatting with people is to not mention parties, just to talk about product credits. Hey, how about I give you some product credits that you can spend on something that you'd like. All we need to do is do some sort of, sorry, my brain freeze here. Just some makeup tips and tricks, or, show your friends how to do this, or, what is it something that you'd like to do? What's on your wish list? How about I give you some product credits towards it? Go on my website, have a browse, make a list for me. So once you've got a hostess, so you set up, now I think she does these in groups. I'm just having a look here. Yeah. So she sends them a 3-minute video, no more than 3 minutes, and covers off everything in it that she wants them to do. So thank you so much for doing this beauty class. I want you to set up a secret group. And I want you to get your friends in, and then go to my website and set up a shopping link, so that if there's anything that your friends do want, that they can get it through you instead of through me. Hang on, I've missed a bit here. So yeah, so what she's doing there is she's getting them to actually do it. And she thinks that's a big part of the sponsoring. So she's getting them to set up the group and getting her to add in the friends. She's getting the hostess to do the welcome post and introducing you. And you're asking her to comment and like every single post. You'd be posting 3 times a day. You want her to interact on everything. And contact her every day in the week before the party happens to make sure that she's on board, because you don't want her to disappear. So she needs to be the person who puts up the first post, ideally a selfie, maybe with her kids or a dog or something like that, and that she will introduce you. So, hey, this is Narelle. I tried their mascara, the mascara that she recommends, and it's awesome, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So we're going to have a bit of a play with makeup. Stick around. So you want that to be coming from her, in the same way that if you went to a Tupperware party, that if you got there and the consultant was there and the Tupperware was set up nicely and the hostess never came in the room, you'd be like, what am I doing here? I'm not going to buy, and you'd just leave. So you want the presence of the hostess, so you need to do everything you can to get her to be leading the party. So inviting people in and helping them to feel welcome and so on. You need her to introduce any products that she might love already, and welcoming guests as she adds them, as they comment or whatever, hey, thanks for coming and so on. And then, of course, once she's done all that, at the end of the party, it's an open door for sponsoring. You're amazing at this. You should give this a go, because she's just done all the stuff that you'd typically see a presenter doing. If you want to get to the top in this business, did you want to say something there?
Oh, I just said that's smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that, is handballing it to her. It's not me running the party.
Mm-hmm.
It's her. I'm putting some content in and I'm answering questions, but it's her saying, hey, this is awesome, or can we see more of this, or whatever.
And that back to the people in the party trust their friend more than you, because they know their friend.
Yes.
So yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. So if you want to get to the top in the business, you must party, and you must finish every party, and you must finish it well. So that was going back what we'd heard earlier. There was one party that Melanie did, and it was apparently absolutely awful. The guests were just bagging out on her and saying, you know, how on earth can a mum of two look like this? You know, no one needs to wear makeup. That's just not realistic, blah, blah, blah. And she just kept going with her party, as awful as that was. But she switched focus. She switched to teaching them about Younique and about the foundation, about the mission to uplift, empower, and validate. Those women went on to spend over €8,000. It just totally switched the tone of the party.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I like that. Instead of sticking with products and stuff, if everyone's attacking you, they can't really attack what our company stands for at all. And I don't know what euro converts to, but 8,000 anything sounds good to me.
$12,000.
So yeah, it had gone on for days, and she just switched it and taught the company values. So that's pretty cool.
So smart.
Mm.
I would never think to do that. I would go cry in a corner, like.
Yeah. And have some vague posts until the time had ticked by.
Yeah.
So I think as I set up my preparation, like the videos and all that sort of stuff, I'm going to make sure that there's company stuff there as well, so that it's really easy to include that anyway. But if ever it's needed to switch tack, that there's enough content there.
Yeah, because I typically do one post about the Younique Foundation. That's always like one of my very first posts is about the Younique Foundation. It's my favorite thing. So I talk about it, but like once.
Yeah, no, she switched everything.
That's so smart.
Which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
And some of those new videos, like the one where Derek and Shalane are talking about where the company actually came from, like from his hospital experience with that guy and so on. So that sort of stuff would be really powerful. Yeah. So that's, I don't know. I think if you're not organized, or for me at any rate, if you're not organized, you're not going to go looking for the parties. Like if you've got parties ready to go and you've got the content there ready to go, you've got no reason to not be asking people for parties.
So did she have like a checklist of the things that she has videos like ready-made for?
Didn't give us one, mentioned a bunch of different ones, but mainly that she has it all set up ready to go on Facebook, I think in a secret group, so she can just copy and paste copy and paste in order, so that there's no thinking about it as she goes. And if she's running, which she typically does, I think they're doing like 10 parties at a time, that it's just, and I think you'd have to be careful with that surely for Facebook jail, because if you're putting literally the same thing in each party, so you couldn't just literally copy and paste 10 times, because that might take you 5 minutes.
Even if you just change the hostess names or something like that, you're usually okay.
Yes, so you wouldn't need to change it too much.
When I do something like that, I normally type hostess in like capital letters. That way I have to go in and backspace it out to put in their real name.
Yes, and that's obviously you've got to change it. Yes. Yes, because if it's in normal type, you're too easy to forget it. Yeah. So yes, have a script. Yeah, have a script. Open a group and set it up, ready to do copy and paste, and including a bunch of short videos. So that's where I was thinking we need to do some brainstorming, because if we want parties to be more content of hints and tips, rather than here's this lipstick and here's the 20 colours it comes in, some brainstorming of hints and tips that typically apply to all brow products, all mascaras or whatever,
Right.
so that it's more of a generic hint and tip type.
Obviously, when you're showing them, you're using unique products.
You're using your product and it works beautifully, so that's what they're going to want.
Right.
But it needs to come across more as a general hint or tip.
Education.
Yeah, education. So like, when you're outlining your brows, brush it up first so that you do your line underneath, and then brush it down so you're doing your line over top, and things like that, to or making sure that your mascara dries completely and separate your lashes with a comb before you do your second coat. Yeah.
And a lot of times it helps. Yeah, a lot of times it helps to do that anyway, because some of the people in the group might not know how to do their brows or how to apply some of the products. And if they don't know how to apply it, they dang sure aren't going to buy it. I mean, so product education and teaching them something valuable is always really good, because when they find value, they're going to come back for more content, and they might purchase a product. Then they're not going to purchase something if they don't have any clue how to buy it use it. So yeah, that's really good.
And again, it's about your thought and mindset, not the content. That keeps coming up, doesn't it? Doesn't matter who you're training with. Don't overload people. Don't get too complicated. Don't be doing your fancy eyes with your awesome colours and all that sort of stuff. Master your 5-minute mum look, because that's where most of your parties are going to come from. That is where most people are at in their own makeup journey. If you've got someone there that is all out and over the place with their makeup, that's fine. You can chat with them personally about that, or you could do 1 or 2 specific things for that. But the vast majority of people that we come across are the at-home mums. That's just where it's at. Lots of selfies. I'm just laughing at my notes here. This is not what I meant. It says lots of selfies, nudes.
Oh my goodness.
Colours.
We're changing the party totally here.
How to get banned from Facebook.
That'll get you fans.
Yes. And the other thing she says is do your lives on your personal page. So you've got your parties running. Do your live on your personal page and make sure your hostesses are set to go to share it as soon as you start. Okay, so I haven't done any of that or the inviting, so I don't know if they can share it completely until it's finished. They can. Okay, great. So they can be watching it. They need to be commenting on it. They can tag their friends in it. And it's the one live for however many parties you've got running at the time. It doesn't matter that it's different hostesses and guests commenting on it. And then, of course, your own friendship group is seeing it. So you're doing the one live for however many parties you've got going. So I really like that. And then making sure it's the host sharing it to the party, not you. So that's a part of, again, of what her job is. Because, as we were saying, her friends trust her. If she's saying, hey, Narelle's going live with blah, 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 jump on, you're going to want to see this, then they're much more likely to jump on and see it. Oh, she kept saying about smoothie recipes. I'm sure it's not literally just that, but she puts other things in the party, not just makeup. So yeah, sitting down, hey, I've made this awesome drink. Have you ever had this? Oh, hang on just a minute. I'll post the ingredients of what's in it. So again, keeping it friendly and open, not just I'm going to shove makeup down your throat. And when you introduce yourself, have it with kids or pet or something not just here's my perfectly made up face. So more personable. Be complimentary and thankful. Make sure that your guests are leaving feeling pretty, even if this is their first adventure into makeup. It doesn't need to be about makeup. It shouldn't just be that you're only beautiful if you're doing makeup and so on. So just that people should be feeling good about themselves, even if they've never done makeup or whatever else. You want everyone to feel that because they've been in contact with you, they feel better and they feel more positive and enthusiastic no matter what. So, yeah. So that's the end of my notes. And then there's like 1,000 thoughts, of course, that happen through that. And I've started my to-do list, and I've got to figure out in what order to do that and how to make sure that the mystery hostesses get the best rewards and that sort of stuff. So, yeah. That's it.
So I like the idea. I love this idea. What I'm thinking is that we could, and Becca, you can like tell me if I'm like totally being crazy here. But what I would like to see happen is I would like to see us create like either a group or maybe just some albums where we're sharing in what our little videos look like, so that like our new people will have something to make their idea off of, right? Mm-hmm. So like I could probably, I did that messenger party a couple weeks ago. I guess it was last week. I don't know. I don't remember. Days are really running together right now, but I did that messenger party, and in that messenger party I did 30 to 45 second videos, and I talked about the benefits of the products in 30-45 seconds, like as quick as I could. But I know them now, and I'll be 100% honest, I'm always really jealous of Becca's product knowledge because I don't have it. Like, I'm like, I love this color. It's so pretty. And Becca's like, this has this and did it. Like, she can name things.
It's probably because I've watched somebody else do it. They're like, this is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay.
See,
until now, like.
I forget instantly. I'm like, there was something.
This sounds good in here.
There's something good about this. I don't know what it is, but there's something good. You should buy it. Like, because I think it's good because somebody told me it was good and it feels good and it looks pretty. So you should think it's so too. Like, that's me when I go on a video. So I feel very, I have to write myself little notes to remember like the like actual product knowledge, but I can talk about the way it applies or how it stays or things like that. I can't tell you anything about the ingredients. I'm really terrible at that. In fact, I have a customer who's allergic to shea butter, and that's in our lip exfoliator, right? Mm-hmm. And she messaged me and was buying like a mystery bag for me. And she was like, just don't forget that I'm allergic to shea butter. And I was like, that's right. I know that. Of course. And I was like, better go check and make sure what I put in her bag does not have shea butter in it, because I just don't know. But I think that if we set those up there with some examples so that people had the ability to go and look, and if we made them generic enough that like our new girls could share our videos into their party until they get those products in, because so many people who join and they don't have everything. And so if they can share our stuff into their party, it will help them until they do create their own, until they have because I don't want people to feel like they have to buy everything just to get started, because I feel like that happens a lot. Yeah. So we have one mock party, but this is going to be totally a different thing. So I might create another mock party where it's actually just like, maybe like Becca's Glam Girls or Glam Girls, beauty tips and tricks or whatever. And it's just our stuff. And it's a secret group that only that way it's not closed so that people can't invite themselves into it.
So if we've got it, can you save a video out of that?
Oh man.
How do you get a video out of that to then be able to put it somewhere else?
There's a way to do it, but it's really weird. Like there's an app that you can pull videos down from. from Facebook. I don't know what the name of that app is, though. I've never done it. You can also go on your computer. It's really weird. You have to go like on your computer and click mobile. Like you have to put the M in front instead of www dot Facebook. You have to change it to m.facebook.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then no, you can't copy and paste the URL if it's a secret group. And then you can like right click or something and download it. If you don't have a Mac. I don't know how you do it on a Mac for sure, because that's what I have now, and I can't figure out how to do anything on my Mac when it comes to stuff like that. But I know you type that and then you right click on it and you can download it or something. I know you can on a laptop, but you have to go to the mobile website.
Yep. Okay. I'll have a play around with it, because that would, like, I know it's not a big thing, but something so simple like that can just block someone from
absolutely
getting it organized and getting the parties happening.
Absolutely. That's a really good question, because if it depends on how we each decide to do it, right? So if you do it from your business page, if you create a business page, just put those videos up, you share them into that group. They'll be able to share it out.
Yes. So file it on the business page, share it to the group, which means new people can come in and easily find it in the group and get it from your business page to share it. Yes.
Because they could just click into it and it will go straight to your business page, to that post on your business page.
And
or
you
can
share
do that from your personal page, as long as your personal page is public. And the posts are public. You can do that then too.
Yep. Perfect. That's probably the easiest way to go.
I kind of like that idea, because I'm way better at lives than I am pre-recorded videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I could pop on and do a 2-3 minute live.
Ooh. Yes.
And just be like, hey guys, I'm popping on today to talk to you guys to share this like cool new beauty trick that I just learned, or that somebody told me they didn't know, whatever. I can say whatever I want, right? And do this quick little beauty trick. And then I share it into that little secret group that we have, and everybody, all of us would be able to use it, but it would also already be there. And that's where I would go to look for them. Instead of creating a folder or whatever, I could just go there.
Yep. And then when you share it into that group, just a couple of words that explains what it easily is, so that when
people don't have to watch it.
You can do eyebrows or lip products or whatever and find it easily. Yeah.
I like that idea.
So
I'll work on getting that set up.
Yeah. Now, Cheryl, we were talking about hostess rewards.
Yes.
Because the new hostess rewards are not kind to us. So we were talking about how people that have their own account get double the hostess rewards. They get the 10%. So I think for me, I figured out that my 16-year-old daughter's about to have parties for me. And so when I do a mystery hostess party, I will do a link from her parties, and that's what people are shopping through, which means they get the 10% rewards, and she'll be a part of the Prestige rewards program, which means in that account it's also clocking up 10% of orders that go through her directly. And I'm not going to ask my mystery hostesses to pay shipping. Because shipping here is $10. So they'll get for a qualified party, they will get $26 to spend and above, because it's 10%. And I don't want them then paying, if that's all they get, if all they get is $26, I don't want them paying $10 shipping. It's just.
Right.
And of that $26, like I'm getting, well, I'll have gotten $60 or more in commission. And I'm getting the Prestige 10% for every 130 that goes directly through that account is coming back. So I've decided that for me, I'm happy to cover their shipping if they get a mystery host.
Yeah.
Especially because there's the pressure on, like, they need to let you know within 7 days of what it is they want. So they'll have already placed an order and they'll have already possibly paid shipping. So for them to then be having to pay a second shipping within 10 days and not being able to save it for 3 months or 6 months or whatever.
Right. That's smart.
I would rather pay shipping.
And also at that point, then you're also eligible for the special subscription box.
Yes. Yes, one has just been announced, hasn't it?
Yes. A black bag, a cleansing stick.
And that counts towards the Kudos. And they said it counts towards the Kudos promotions. Yeah. So there's going to be more promotions of sell X Kudos, get XYZ.
Yes, they did say that. I heard that too. I love the idea because I told my husband after you and I got off the phone.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, you're about to be a really big makeup store. And he just kind of like looked at me and I was like, you're going to like have parties every month and you're going to order makeup every month and you're going to be in a prestige program. Like you are a serious, unique freak. And he was like, all right, is this going to make you more money? And I was like, yes. And he was like, okay, I guess I like a lot of makeup. Like, that was all he cared about.
I was just thinking that if they're in the prestige, like because my daughter or your Eric will be in the prestige program and you've got that bundle that they can get each month, that could even be offered to the mystery hostess.
Yes.
She won't be able to use her YCash towards it.
Right. So it's more PRS for you. It's
more PRS for me. And then, yeah, if she can add something onto it with her YCash, but that's an exclusive deal that you can give her as a hostess.
Are customers, are they only allowed to get one of those bundles?
Yep. One per account.
Got it.
What you think?
I was just trying to decide how that would work.
Do you want it or do they want it?
Well, and because it's one per quarter, right?
I think so.
So you could offer it up almost like an extra little incentive only to people who've won your mystery hostess thing, right?
Yeah.
Only to past hostesses. So you could individually message them and say, hey, I have this killer deal right now. And you make it like, you hype it up and you say, I'm not telling everybody about this. Like, this is so big that I'm only telling you. I did this training that Eric Worre has, and he talks about the Whisper campaign. And this is totally not what it's about because it's about sponsoring. But he talks about whispering, like basically going to them like, oh my gosh, I have this great big secret, right? So you go to them and you say like, hey, I've got this killer deal right now. And I'm not telling everybody about it. This is literally just between me and you. If you don't want it, then I'll ask somebody else, but I only have one. And the first person I thought of was you. Would you want it? And you tell them what it is. And then you let them decide, do they want it or not, right? And if they don't, then you go to your last hostess, the one before that, and you just keep going until somebody wants it.
Yes. Beautiful.
I'm going to need access to two of those. So I'm going to have two kids that are, I'm going to have a kid and a husband that are in the prestige program.
I've just had a look in our group. It says that the current bundle is available only from September 21 to September 26.
Oh. Ooh. Which means we need to get messaging people who are in the prestige program
now
about this. Yeah.
It's coming. Yeah.
That's awesome. I kind of like that because it creates an urgency. And I think that creates a little bit more action. Like, I think that when people know, oh, I've got time.
They don't prioritize it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're going to do the similar thing, people then start watching out for it. I know they're going to launch one this month on whatever date. I wonder what it is, what's coming. So, yes.
Well, yeah, because if you think about it, all those boxes, like people get to the point where they're like, oh my gosh, where's my box? Where's my box?
Yep.
I can almost tell you my son, I had to get a new debit card after convention. I lost it. Mine broke. And so I ordered a new one and I lost it. So I got a new one. And so when I got the new one, because it was lost, they had to change the number on it. And his subscription box, I just got a notice that it billed to the old account and the old account declined it. So it's not coming. And I can guarantee you, he's going to start panicking about the fact that his subscription box isn't here by the end of the month. because he's like, he knows it's coming and he's waiting for it and he wants to know what's in it and he wants to know what the theme is. And that's how that excitement that our kids get to get mail, that's what people get when they've got this special access to anything like that.
Yes. Yep.
Do y'all have Ipsy there?
Well, even as a customer, I was always hanging out for the first of the month to see what the new Kudos was.
Absolutely.
All the time. Yes.
I have a customer who, she orders almost every single Kudos. I think there's only been maybe 4 in the 2 years that she's been my customer that she hasn't ordered.
Beautiful.
And sometimes it'll be like the 15th and I haven't heard from her and she'll send me a message and be like, oh my gosh, I just saw the Kudos. And she's like totally freaking out, like super excited because she waits for it every month.
So in our Glam Girls group, all right, if I put up a post for us to brainstorm makeup hints and tips and so on that we can work with?
Absolutely.
Good.
I think that's a fantastic idea. You know, one of the things that you talked about tonight with duplication, I heard Ray Higdon this week talk about that exact thing. He said it in a really easy way to remember, and that was teach to teach. And he said that when he first heard it, it was teach to teach so you can go to the beach. And so that stuck with me. I was in the bathroom, like getting ready, and I was listening to it as I was doing stuff. And he said that every interaction you have with a person should be basically teaching them. So when you send a video, in your video, like because we should all have an opportunity video. I need to make a new one. Mine is super old. I'm not even a Blue Status presenter in mine. That's how old mine is. And that's been a while. So it says that in your video, you should have a line. And I'll go back and listen to it again, and I will post what that line is. But basically, in that video, you should have a line in there that says, hey, and just so you know, if you decide to join and do this with me, all you have to do is share this video. You're teaching them how they're going to share the opportunity before they've even joined.
Nice.
And he talks about every interaction you have with someone should be pointing them out. It shouldn't be you giving them answers. It shouldn't be you filling the need. It should be you saying, like, when someone asks you a question, you, instead of giving them an answer right away, you make a video about that answer and you say, hey, I just posted a video talking about that in the group. So that they can go look at it. And then, so when one of your people comes to you and they want to know that same question, the answer to that same question, you can just point them to that video. Because then you're teaching them how to train their teams from the very beginning. From the very first week that they're with Younique, you're teaching, from your first interaction with them, you were saying, hey, when you're ready to, join this business with me, all you're going to do is share this video to get people to join you. And I was like, whoa. And that's exactly what this seems like with having them set things up and do things. You're teaching them so that when it is time, you say, hey, look, you already did it.
Yep.
You already did it. Like, you already know what to do. You're good. I loved that because it like literally linked right up with something else that I was learning about this week. I think it was really good. Well, I think that we should get off of here. We've been on an hour, so I think that we're good. Yeah. I think the training was super good. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I'm sure I've missed bits.
Kim says, thank you so much. I feel like this is stuff we can take. Got it. I think this is stuff that we can take and implement, and I think we should implement it quickly because, like you said, if you don't do it, it's just a waste.
And we're like, with the time of the month it is now, we are in perfect timing to start hyping up our beauty class at the start of next month. Not talking about mystery hosts, of course, because that comes in after it starts.
I love the idea of that because that means that the first party of the month is going to be hosted by Eric.
Yes.
On my site. The second party of the month will be the one that I host. And then the end of the month, I will, you know, whether I've got parties going for, you know, customers or whatever, I'll just figure something out. Like whether I put another one of my kids down as the party hostess for the end of the month or Eric again or whatever. But you always want to keep an open link going on your party that people can just go to, whether you have like for yourself. And so my plan right now would be, if I only have one customer hosted party going on, that person will get my link.
We'll get your link. Yep.
That way if any of my customers who order from me on a normal basis just happen to go and place an order, they're going to get credit for it. Because I personally had a customer place a $100 order a few days ago and I didn't have a party going on.
Rats.
Yeah, I was really disappointed in myself. I never miss. I always overlap parties. And
so just a quick thought now, like if we're going to work with this, the immediate to-do list things would be to start talking about your beauty event. Who wants to be on it? Wants to invite for it? When you've got, like in your VIP group, can you do an event for the VIP group?
You can. You absolutely can. I don't find them to be super successful that way.
Is it so it gives everyone the invite, yeah? So it sets it up like a normal event.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do it as an event, so it sends an invitation to everyone in your VIP group, even if they haven't been interacting.
That's true.
And then on that event, say we're running the party in the main VIP group.
Yeah.
Click on this link, it'll take you there. But
that's a good idea.
That would be the only way of actually making sure each person got an invite, yeah?
Yeah, that's really smart. That's really smart thinking. So yes.
Okay. So talking about it, so picking a theme, talking about it on your personal page, talking about it in your VIP, hyping it up, get ready, we're going to be looking at blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. That's number one.
Constant thing over the next 10 days or whatever. And then getting graphics and videos organized.
Mm-hmm.
And potentially doing some, do you like this or that, to get an idea of where people are coming from, or just sticking with your natural 5-minute mum looks and that sort of stuff, because you know that's going to be a winner no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. Always.
Yep.
Always. Claire, did you have a question?
No.
Oh, okay. So as everyone comes up with whatever they're going to use as their theme, let's post that. Narelle, you put up that post and we'll start like commenting on it. And if you put your theme, say, you know, I choose to focus on eyeshadow looks, right? But Narelle chooses to focus on lips, right? She can put up, I'm going to be focusing on lips. If I know any tips or tricks, I can share them with her.
Yep.
And perfect. If you know any tips or tricks for eyeshadow, you can share them with me. And we can go through and like be helping each other that way. I think that's a great idea. So, yeah, Narelle, go ahead and get that posted. Yes, thank you so much for doing the training for us. I absolutely love this whole idea. And I'm really excited to see where we take this next month. And we're going to start doing trainings again every week. So. Oh, yes.
The little beauty event thing, how many days does that go for? Is it just like a 1-day thing, or is it a couple of days? Or
one of them talked about running it for 5 days. The other one talked about doing it for 7. So it seems to be 5 to 7 days.
Okay.
And that allows you time to extend it.
Mm-hmm.
If need be, because your party link goes for 10 days. And in fact, the one that she ended up selling €8,000, she extended that because it had been so dreadful. And then she started teaching about the unique mission and so on. And then she's like, you know what, I'm going to extend that so that we can cover a bit more of this. And that's when all the shopping happened. So I don't know. It seems like not advertising it's going to be for the 10 days, which matches up with the link. And 10 days is a long time to work with people. And often people don't want to buy till the end anyway. So if you're going for 10 days and then you're stopping. It's the messaging that comes after that where people are going to buy, and your link will be gone. So running it as, I don't know, 5 to 7 days gives you messaging time after the event. What do you reckon, Cheryl?
I would probably do, for me personally, I would probably do Sunday through Saturday. That way Sunday night it sets up and everybody gets like, that's the day that I set up. I chit chat with everybody. That's the first day. But then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are like my hard hitting, like these are my posts. And then Saturday is when I'm private messaging everybody. I could still post in the group, but it's a lot more lighthearted and fun. But I'm messaging everyone. I'm building those relationships, adding them as friends in my personally. And that's how I would do it. And then if I extend, then I'm good because I just extend. I've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. What I think that would be what it would be, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, still open where they can be placing orders. So that if someone says, hey, I really want to, but I don't have the money until Monday, or I have to pay my bills and they don't, whatever. We don't do that until Monday or Tuesday or whatever. I've still got those couple of extra days where I can be like, that's okay. We'll still get your order added. Or if they say, hey, I can't until next Friday, I say, hey, girl, why don't we set you up a party? Your order will be your first order in your party.
Yes. That's perfect. And the other thing I like about hyping it up for the next 10 days is people are like, as they get paid in the next 10 days and maybe not, because in Australia it's often fortnightly pays, so every 2 weeks. People's radar is up there's going to be this class and whatever. I'll keep aside a little bit just in case I want to grab something through there. They're already budgeting for it subconsciously or otherwise.
Yes.
Just in case. I do that.
I do too. So, my kids have book fairs coming up and I'm literally already like, okay, so they're going to need this. This one's going to need this much. This one's going to be this much. We're moving, so I also need this for this. And who knows, there might be book fairs going on there too, so I better save a little for there. Like, I totally get that.
So Monday the 1st of October.
Yes.
Now, the month doesn't start here until technically the 2nd of October for us because nothing's launched until the middle of the night on the 1st of October. But I think I'll still start my party on Sunday the 30th because for the first couple of days it's got I'm not even focusing on the kudos anyway.
Right.
I think I'll still go with like a Sunday to Saturday type thing.
I think that's a good idea.
Yep.
How would you break down like the 5-minute mum look sort of thing for like 5 or 10 days or however long you're doing it for?
So me personally, what I would do is I would do different looks for the 5.
Okay, each day. Yep.
And I would post about like my tips and trips about those specific products that I use that day, but I would make sure the next day that I'm using different things.
Yes.
So,
okay.
So one day I might use the lip stains. I love the lip stains.
Yeah.
But one day I might use the lip stains, and so I post a lot about the lip stains and why I love them and some tips and tricks about how to make them last longer, which is going to be more product, which is going to be increased PRS, right? And I might post those kind of things on day 1, right? But then on day 2, I might choose to talk about, I didn't sleep last night. My kid was up all night, even if that's not true. My kid was up all night. So today it's a chapstick and mascara kind of day. And I love this mascara because, and I don't have to talk about every single thing I put on my face that day. I talk about the things that make my look special that day. So it might be the bonbon and the mascara, right?
And then you could do like the minimalist mum and just use the brow palette because you can use that for eyeshadow and brows.
Exactly.
And even contouring.
So you choose different products for the different days and you make your look based on those things. And those are the things. And so I probably would go live doing that look, right? The look that I've planned for the day. I'll go live on my page doing that look, share it into my party. And then all my posts in that party are tips and tricks using the products that I use to throw together my quick mom look that day.
Yep.
But I have to make sure that I keep my live like 5 to 10 minutes so that they know it really was a 5-minute look. I just talk a lot, not a 35-minute look.
And people are more likely to watch live later if it's shorter. Like, I know that if I click on a live and it says 45 minutes, I'm like, yeah, not staying around for that.
Yeah. I do a lot of like fast forward.
That's one thing I need help with, is keeping them short.
Yeah. I do a lot when I'm watching lives of just like grabbing my screen and just like skipping. Oh, okay, that's what they're talking about. Skipping. Oh, okay, that's what they're talking about. Skipping. Yeah.
Oh, good.
I think I talk too much.
Yeah, I do too. And some lives, that's okay because people hop on and hop off and new people come and new people go. Like, it's good to talk for a long time. But for these things, you want to make them quick. So that might have me doing 2 lives a day, Monday through Friday. Which is going to increase viewership.
I might need a practice.
Yeah. It's definitely something that takes time. I definitely was not really good at lives when I first started. I did one, you guys. I was on live and I was standing on my front porch in Kansas and a bee flew into my hair.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like screaming and like trying to hold the camera and smile and like, yeah, it was terrible.
Oh dear, too funny.
Yeah. Yes, it was so bad. I shared it a few times because like funny things get likes. But that's what I would do if I was doing the 5-minute face.
Yeah, I love that. That might be my focus.
So even though we're doing the party on our VIP page, we do the videos on our personal page, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
So just the lives.
Just the live, yes.
Yeah.
Your pre-recorded tips and tricks, you can put those right in the group.
Right into the group, yep.
But your lives, and I would do a live every day while you've got one of these going on, because then you can say, you know, I'm going to do a 5-minute face. I'm doing a big beauty class right now about 5-minute faces. I'm going to do this live for that. And then somebody might be like, wait, what do you mean you're doing a live, a party all about, not a party, but a class all about a 5-minute face? Wait, I'm in that class.
Yeah. All right, beautiful.
So,
do you think I could practice doing some 5-minute lives on your like our group page? Just so, would that be okay?
I don't see a problem with that.
Okay, cool.
Tips and tricks for videos. So you could do both. If you're going to do graphics, you would want to create your own, put your own face on them. But I would typically stick to really quick videos. Like for a tip and a trick, I would stick to like a minute or 2 long video. I don't know what Narelle learned in her class, but I feel like videos are.
Yep. Yeah. Keep them short. Like she said, she's only got the one that's about 10-12 minutes. Which is which is an educational going through the different types of lip products. But most of her videos are 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 2 minutes tops.
Gotcha.
And if you get into video editing and you can learn that, then you can do the before and the after face, so that you can do some really quick. Here's me with no brows, here's me with my brows, without actually having to be applying it in the video to show some before and afters, because people like to see the going back and forth between before and after. So some things like that. But yeah, I need to learn video editing. On the list.
And if you do graphics, if you do the pictures, your face on them. Like your face or the face of your customer or the face of someone on your team or a family member or something like that. Not just some rando that you literally have no relationship to. I mean, you can use those, definitely. But the majority of your posts should be you, someone you know.
Yep.
And it's even bonus points if you use someone you know and you can have them comment on it.
Yes. Yep.
I have a couple of girls who I will use their pictures and I always invite them. Good video app, Viva Video. Viva Video is a good video app. I don't know if you guys have that there.
I keep hearing of it, but no, I don't have it yet. I've got it. I haven't used it.
I use. That's it. I use Viva Video and I use iMovie. because I have an iPhone. And then for like cutesy little things, I use Boomerang because, you know, that's cutesy. And you can use those for this kind of thing too, right?
Yes.
People love those cute little things. And then also I have that app. I haven't used it in a long time, but where you press on the picture and it starts playing the video.
Oh, I saw some of those. Yeah.
Forever ago. It's called Into Live, and you click on it and you have to press and hold. And you just say like your caption, it's just like press and hold. Ooh, I love that idea. Press and hold for a brow trick.
Yes.
They press and hold the video and it starts the picture and it starts playing your video.
Yeah.
So they have to interact with it.
How to get viral videos happening, hey?
Yeah. I love that. So yeah, so you click Vimeo. I haven't used that one. No, I don't have that one. I stick to my couple because it's hard to learn like new apps, and Viva Video is really simple, really easy to use, and iMovie is really, really simple. I don't necessarily like to do it, but Viva Video should be on Android too.
It is, yep.
Yeah, I thought so. Viva Video is really, really, I mean, it's honestly, it's pretty comparable to iMovie. The only reason I really like iMovie is because I can edit on my phone or on my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think that we came away from this with some really good ideas, and I'm really excited. And Becca and I will talk and determine when the call is going to be next week. We've been talking about seeing if we want to switch up the day, make it a different day because, you know, when more people can get on or whatever. So we're going to probably do another poll. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
To see what works for everybody. But I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you have a great week. And I hope that this helps us launch a huge October.
I'm excited.
Because I think this could be amazing. All right. Talk to you guys later.
See ya.
Bye. Thank you, Narelle.
No worries.